I'm Andy Sackett. I'm speaking on behalf of the Russian River Watershed Protection Committee, and also note that the Surfrider Foundation Sonoma Coast chapter shares many of these concerns that I'll talk about today. So the Watershed Protection Committee requests that this item be postponed for two reasons. One, Coastal Commission staff should first review the applicant's temporary urgency change petition. This is currently being reviewed at the Regional Water Board. It would lower flows additionally beyond this management plan at the Russian River, and it will have an effect on implementation of the outlet channel. And the second reason is because more adaptive management needs to be incorporated into this project. The project consists of construction and maintenance of a low velocity lagoon outlet channel to benefit fish, plus sandbar breaching activities to prevent flooding. These activities, along with the temporary urgency change petition to the water board, could result in even lower flows, which can cause harmful algal blooms upstream, harmful cyanobacteria outbreaks, and these conditions have occurred over the past few years, even with the existing conditions, and there have been reports of dog deaths and other impacts. Increased flows can also be detrimental. So if the lagoon is breached too often, too deeply, or at the wrong time, problems can result, including nutrients from river flushing straight into the ocean, which can also decrease lagoon formation, which is part of this very critical infrastructure in the area. And then further, the river is impaired by excessive sediments already, as well as temperatures and bacteria. And while there's no process to formally list the river, the lower portion of the river for phosphorus impairment, 10 years worth of weekly monitoring of the lower river beaches by the Sonoma County Water Agency indicate that there are consistent exceedances of phosphorus over the entire period. And then we also note that there are other contaminants found, such as mercury in sediment samples. And then finally, the Coastal Commission is still relying on the 2011 mitigation monitoring plan, which so far has been insufficient in triggering adaptive management responses. So problematic monitoring results, they really need to trigger adaptive management, and so far, we haven't seen that. So in short, it's a really complex system, and it requires very thoughtful management, and we appreciate the efforts thus far. We just think, it needs to go farther. The Watershed Protection Committee would like to see this evolve into a much more sort of finely tuned adaptive management project. Even with the wording of the proposal resolution fails to acknowledge that this is an adaptive management project that could, should be continually seeking to improve through monitoring data.
Impeccable timing.